Good evening and welcome to Sports Federation TV. My name's Alton Davids. I'm your host. As you know, the show's about what makes sport happen within the Western Cape and within Cape Town and South Africa. We talk a range of codes of sport. Today we talk sailing, we talk racing pigeons, and we talk kickboxing. Our partners on the show are the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation. One of its members is the Western Cape Sailing Association. Two of their members join us this evening. Andre, are you well?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
You?
Demeter, you good?
Couldn't be better.
Good. Andre, you guys went on not on a holiday, far from it. You guys went on a sailing excursion. Tell us a bit about it. Where was it?
Yeah, it was in Qingdao, a province in China, a city in China. It's a sailing center of China. It's an amazing city. They had the Olympic sailing there in 2008, I believe.
Yep.
The whole city is dedicated just to sailing. It's fantastic.
I mean, a part of the curriculum, school curriculum, involves 3 hours of sailing every day.
Absolutely. It's incredible to watch these kids walking down the dock in their life jackets and sailing gear. Young kids, sort of 5, 6 years old. Amazing.
Demeter, what was your first take of going there and seeing all of this?
I was really excited, and it had been a long journey to get there. When you get there, you just think, whoa, and you see all these big buildings, and it's fascinating. It's amazing.
And the traveling to get there, you said it was long. How long was it?
It was quite long. We flew to Dubai, which was a 9-hour, and then from Dubai, Shanghai, 9 hours. And then, unfortunately, at Shanghai, we had to wait 10 hours because our flight got delayed.
Oh, no.
And then there was one last flight, so it was quite long, but it was fun because you're a group of people.
How many of you went?
There was 6 of us, 6 kids.
Okay, and you were the manager?
No, I was a coach.
Okay.
And we had a team manager as well, Bev.
Okay, so there was 8 of you that
8
went.
of us, yeah.
What was was there a language barrier that held you guys back?
There actually was a language barrier, but each team was given 2 interpreters, and they were about 17-year-old high school students, and they speak perfect English. So it was great. That was great. I also took my translator with as well. So yeah, there was a barrier, but we got through it quite easily.
The 6 sailors who went, what were their ages like?
I was the oldest, 15, and then the youngest was 10. But we all get along really well, and the age difference didn't really felt like there wasn't one.
Okay. What boats did you sail when you were there?
Optimist. It almost looks like a bathtub. It's a dinghy class, quite small, single-handed.
Explain the single-handed term so people understand what a single-handed means.
So it means you get boats like keel boats are sailed by a lot of people.
Okay.
Optimist, because it's small, it's just one person that sails it.
And is there a motor attached to it, or is it
rudder
self-propel?
and then sail and your dagger board, which is the board that goes the sail and your dagger board help you move forward.
How long did you go for?
I think it was 10 days in total that we were in Qingdao.
But it took you 2 weeks to get there and back because of all the transit time.
About 2 days to get there, 2 days back.
Yeah. Andre, how did you find the museum?
Fascinating. Yeah, there's just so much history in that museum. It's actually a privilege to go and visit it. So I learned a lot about it. I didn't actually realize that such a place existed.
For your interest, Qingdao has a fully fledged sailing museum because of the 2008 Olympics. As the sailing center, they built a museum where they have the history of sailing dating back to 100 BC, I think it is, where they explain and showcase what's happened in sailing over the 100 years. There's even a 3D cinema. Did you go into that?
No, it wasn't open at the time.
Okay.
But, fascinating.
Bev did go into one of those dome cinemas, and she was absolutely amazed by it, and she showed me a video and said it was really cool.
Yeah. Demeter, in terms of your experience, how did you did your sailing improve as a result of going on this exchange?
Definitely. I find I'm stronger in the stronger winds, and in Qingdao it was about 2 knots every day, which is basically nothing. So that was a bit of a challenge, but definitely helped me in the light breeze.
Give us some of the experiences that you had there. 1 or 2 things a funny story.
Okay. I actually got a bit seasick out on the water.
How does a sailor get seasick?
Well, most of the time it's very windy here at home in South Africa, so I'm used to lots of wind. You're obviously moving, you don't drift around a lot, and we mainly sail on dams and flays. So it was one of my first times properly out on the ocean, and you're just drifting there, and there were all these ferries and big boats coming past, and the swell was really big. So I actually got a bit seasick.
Because I mean, Andre, you can see quite a way into the ocean, and you can see those big ocean liners coming past and the big container vessels.
Absolutely. The one day we had a very scary moment where this passenger ferry was coming straight for us, and only at the last minute did it turn away, but it was really scary. And you know, the seas there are very lumpy. You know, South Africa has very wild seas and it's rolling seas, but there it's very calm and lumpy, and it does this, and the kids are sitting in the boat and rocking up and down. And it's also very hot. It's very warm and humid there compared to here. And as she says, the breeze is very light, about 2 to 3 knots, and then you still got a current coming through as well. So very interesting sailing conditions. So the kids really learnt a lot, really did.
What was the composition of the team? How did you come to the 6 sailors?
We basically were told not to select our top sailors. We wanted some guys, younger guys, to experience it. We wanted a girl, obviously, people of colour, and that's something we really push at South African sailing. So yeah, that's how we chose it.
And I know that this is now the second time that Cape Town or Western Cape has sent a team, and Qingdao is now due to send their second tranche. Is that still part of the plan?
We've had the second team
okay.
from Qingdao. They were here in April. They sailed Western Cape champs at Saldanha Bay.
How did they fare?
They beat us hands down.
Okay.
Absolutely hands down. Their top sailor, who's now just aged out because you can only sail till 15 in that class.
Yes.
We actually met him in China, and he's huge now.
Yeah.
Fantastic guy, but they really cleaned up. They sail very well. They really do.
What do we need to do from a sailing perspective and a South African perspective to take our sailors like the meter to the next level?
More international events. We have to get out of this country. You know, our events in South Africa, we get maybe 100 boats of different classes. Where you go to international events, you're going to get 900 boats.
Yes.
So it's very different. You learn so much more. You know, when we get to a start line, and in South Africa there's 20 of a class, overseas you get 100. So you get three lines of boats trying to start. And if you don't know what you're doing, you end up at the back. So they learned that the hard way, but they learned, and that was the whole purpose of going overseas. They learned.
Did you take part in competitions there at the meter? What was it like?
Yeah, the regatta. It was a 4-day regatta. I didn't do too well, but as the days went on, I did get used to the conditions. And you have to have quite a bit of patience because you just sit still in your boat because there's no wind.
Yes.
I struggled a bit, but towards the end I was getting the feeling for it.
And did this happen during school holidays, or will you just take time off from school?
Yes, I missed 2 weeks of school.
And did you make it up?
Yeah, it was fine. The school was obviously okay with it because I'm competing, and it was good to catch up.
How do you balance school, social life, and sailing? I mean, that must be difficult.
Can be quite tricky. But my weekends I normally try to reserve for sailing. Sometimes it's quite irritating when things pop up for school and then your whole week shifts around.
Yes.
But sailing is almost like my getaway from my busy school life.
Okay.
I can just do something that I love on the weekends.
Do you find that sport has an impact in your school life positively? Do you learn things? Is there things that you can learn in school or in sailing, principles of sailing that you can apply into your schoolwork?
Definitely. With sailing, it's a lot of rules and respecting others. So you have to read the rule book. You have to know what you're talking about, and you have to think. You have to be bright to do sailing. It's not just go out there and have fun. It's also competing and the regulations of sailing. So,
would you recommend sailing to anybody to do?
Anyone. It's such a wonderful sport. You're outdoors, you're having fun, you with the sun in your face, the wind blowing around you. I've made a lot of friends through sailing, and I just love it. So yes.
Good. Thank you for your time, young lady.
Thank you.
Good luck for the final exams, and we have you on the show soon.
Thank you.
Let's take an ad break. We'll come back with Andre and another sailor. See you now.
Welcome to Factory Shops SA mobile app. This app helps you find your nearest factory shop so you can save money. Download for clever shopping in distance locations. Search or browse. See your nearest shop's trading hours, website, or email them, phone them, or navigate with GPS to the shop. It's so easy. Factory Shops SA mobile app is the first and only mobile app in South Africa that shows you where your factory shops are. Download now on iTunes or Google Play. Stay healthy today. Manage your diet. Evox Advanced Nutrition considers this the #1 priority. Evox 5XL meal replacement has a fantastic balance of proteins and carbohydrates. The Evox Lean Pro Diet Shake helps you limit your calorie intake when looking to lose weight. Or Evox Rapid Recovery, perfect for exercise recovery. Eat well, stay healthy, live well, live Evox. Available at the leading pharmacy near you. Evox Advanced Nutrition, the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers.
Welcome back to Sports Federation TV. If you've missed the first segment, we chatted sailing. We continue our discussion on sailing. If you missed the first segment, remember you can catch it tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. The repeat, you can also catch each individual segment within 2 weeks on YouTube on the Western Province Sports Council channel. Rivaldo Arendse, are you well, sir?
Oh, yes.
Good, good. How do you know this young man called Andre?
I met him 3 years ago, when I started sailing. My mom works at a non-government organization, so they chose 6 of us, so that's when I met Andre.
Okay. Andre, Rivaldo's now been involved in sailing for 3 years. How has all of this come about?
The Department of Sport about 3-4 years ago gave us some money and we approached the Boost Foundation in Dunoon and we asked them for 6 children that could swim. That was quite important. And we took them to our club and we taught them to sail. And Rivaldo has been one of those that really took to it, and he's been sailing for 3 years. He's been competing in competitions all over South Africa and doing very well, doing really well.
Rivaldo, do you think it's important that you can swim when you sail?
I think it's important because when something happens or like maybe you lose your life jacket or something, you need to know how to swim.
Must you have a life jacket on all the time?
Yes.
Good answer, good answer. What was it like going to travel the country firstly and sail? I mean, you coming from Dunoon, most people there don't even know that you have sailing boats just down the road in Milnerton. What's it like being a superhero in your community?
Can't explain it.
Where was the furthest place in South Africa you went to sail?
It's my club or...
No, Johannesburg, Durban, where did you sail?
Yeah, only in Cape Town.
Only in Cape Town?
Yes. Saldanha Bay also.
Okay. And then when you went to China, what was that like?
Yeah, it was fun, exciting.
What was it like to get on an aeroplane?
I was nervous.
Did you think the aeroplane was going to crash?
Yes.
Why?
Because see all the movies.
Okay. And when the aeroplane took off, what was that feeling like?
I started getting noises.
Okay. And when you got into China and you were on solid land and you saw, oh, there's the water, what was that like? And you got the chin down?
I wanted to swim and jump into the water. It was really hot.
Okay. Andre, Rivaldo's come through your program over 3 years. Is he one of your budding and aspiring sailors?
Absolutely. He's got so much potential. He's now just moved off the Optimist and he's moved on to a laser class, which is also a single hand class. And there's three sail types, so small, medium and large, and he's on the small now. And he competed in his first regatta the other day and did incredibly well. So definitely aspiring young sailor.
What program do you have in place for youngsters like Rivaldo?
So as a club we have private sponsors, and then we have Department of Sport that give us money, and we then take these guys around the country. South African Sailing help us with free entry into the competitions, that kind of thing. So we get a lot of help. Particularly from the Department of Sport and the Western Province Sports Council. Get a lot of help from them. It's great.
Rivaldo, being involved in sailing, has that changed your life?
Yes, it has.
How?
Like on the weekends, I have nothing to do. I sit at home. So when I was involved in sailing, so I started go on weekends, something to do. Started sailing.
And I mean, how do you get to Milnerton Yacht Club?
I use a My City bus.
Is it safe?
It's not safe.
But it gets you there and back?
Yes.
And the people you know there, is there lots of friends that you have there at the club?
Yeah, Yes.
And they help you and they help you sail?
Yes, they help me sail. Like when I don't know something on the boat, they help me rig the boat, and like when we go out on the water, tell me stuff I did wrong.
Okay. Is there a great mentorship program? I mean, Rivaldo is now part of as I can see, some kind of a mentorship plan that happens at Milnerton Yacht Club. Tell me a bit about that.
Absolutely. What we're really trying to do is get kids away from TVs and away from, you know, running around in Noon Township and getting into trouble. So we take these kids on and we teach them these life skills. You know, it's got to a point now where Rivaldo is actually teaching other people.
Awesome.
So if you know, a young kid comes down, I give him to Rivaldo. Rivaldo will take him out and show him what it's all about. So it passes on the whole time.
So now you're a big Buddha on the sea.
Yes.
Eh? How does that feel for you, teaching someone else how to sail?
Oh, it feels nice.
Okay. Tell me a bit about Milnerton. What else do you guys do there?
Milnerton Aquatic Club has 4 sections. So we have power boating, we have windsurfing, we have sailing, and stand-up paddling.
Okay.
So it's a great club for families to come down. It doesn't matter which one of those you do. You can do pretty much all of it there.
Yes.
We've got a great view. We've got great waters. You know,
Lots of wind.
Lots of wind. We've got a little restaurant. We've got a nice little bar. So it's a fantastic club.
Where's the club physically situated?
Rick Flay Nature Reserve, so opposite Dolphin Beach Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I access it? Where do I go? How do I get there?
You just come to the gate. They will let you through.
No. How do I get? Where is the entrance to Rick Flay?
Past Tableview Police Station.
Yes.
And then on your right.
Okay.
It's quite
So
easy.
And it's signposted so people can
It is
Google
signposted.
it if they get lost.
It is signposted, yeah. It's actually signposted from Bloberg Road.
Okay. Rivaldo, when you go to school, after you came back from China and you told the people you come from China, did they believe you?
No, not most of them. I had to show them pictures to believe me.
And
like,
so what did they say?
they were like, wow, China and stuff. They asked me how was it hot or cold and stuff.
And so you could stand in front of the whole class and tell them the whole story.
Yes.
And how did that make you feel?
Confident and
were you proud to be able to stand there and say all those things?
yes.
Would you like to go again?
No.
Why?
Too hot.
I must tell you a funny story that there obviously aren't many black people
Yes.
in China. So he was quite a celebrity. He was stopped every 5 minutes by the Chinese to take a photo. It was absolutely incredible.
Did you give them your autograph as well, Rivaldo?
No.
No? Why not? You famous. All over China now, there's pictures of you.
No one asked.
Andre, in closing, how do people get hold of your club?
You can Google us, Milnerton Aquatic Club, but the best is to go to South African Sailing website. And from there, all the clubs in the Western Cape are listed. So if you live in closer to another club or to us, you can contact us. But I would really encourage it. Sailing is a fantastic sport. It teaches you so many things.
And there's many different facets to sailing.
Absolutely. You know, there's kite surfing, there's keel boating, there's dinghy sailing, radio control sailing. There's definitely many facets to
Definitely.
it.
Mr. Arendse, next time you come with the SA blazer and the SA badge, because you're going to be the SA sailor. Yes?
Yes.
Good. Andre, thank you for all that you do and for the mentorship and everything else that you at Sailing Western Cape and National do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll be chatting kickboxing. See you now.
Welcome to Factory Shops SA mobile app. This app helps you find your nearest factory shop so you can save money. Download for clever shopping in distance locations. Search or browse. See your nearest shop's trading hours, website, or email them, phone them, or navigate with GPS to the shop. It's so easy. Factory Shops SA mobile app is the first and only mobile app in South Africa that shows you where your factory shops are. Download now on iTunes or Google Play. Stay healthy today. Manage your diet. Evox Advanced Nutrition considers this the #1 priority. Evox 5XL meal replacement has a fantastic balance of proteins and carbohydrates. The Evox Lean Pro Diet Shake helps you limit your calorie intake when looking to lose weight. Or Evox Rapid Recovery, perfect for exercise recovery. Eat well, stay healthy, live well, live Evox. Available at the leading pharmacy near you. Evox Advanced Nutrition is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers.